Whitey Show.
The Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show.
I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own the 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star. So Gears 2 comes out and everybody's like, oh, I gotta shoot the newest alien. And I pick it up and I'm like, you know, if it's better than the first, I will thank the fucking Lord. Thankfully, it is better than the first. Much better than the first. It fixes almost, well, not, I shouldn't say almost all my problems, but it fixes a lot of my problems. And it also, it's an upgrade. A perfect idea for a sequel is to upgrade everything, and this is what it does. So I'm going to cover both the negatives and positives, but stick around. For once, I do not say Gears of War sucks. Well, the first did, but the second doesn't suck dickin'. With Gears of War's one story, I didn't give a shit. It was boring. It was dumb. In this game, it has way more funnier moments, by far. It has a good emotional story attached to it. I mean, I thought it was good. Sure, it was a little over dramatic at points, but it was still well done, and you definitely wanted to kick some ass after you saw it. And then you just got some really cool action scenes. The only thing I wish is there was more of these cool action scenes, and you know what I'm talking about when you first see that crazy motherfucker try to kill you. Like most middle games and series, it was just a piss poor ending.
Justice Squad is in your house, bitch! You hear that shit? Your grubby ass bitches are going down! Like way down! Dead down! So down you ain't gonna know which way is up! Your ass is gonna be crying till your skink ass queen! Oh, mommy, you let the bad man hurt us! Fuck you! We gonna whoop your mama's ass! Whoa!
There we go. One muzzled queen. Not you, her. You were great. I loved your speech there, especially with the bitch-ass stuff. Very good. Very enlightening.
If Gears of War did anything right, it was the graphics. The raw power of the first one is back here and better than ever. Really, they do a great job of the lighting and the rendering and all that, even though it's kind of slow to catch up once in a while. But the character design, once again, isn't to my liking. I really hate the whole big body, small head thing. It just doesn't work for me. I know it works for some of you, that's great, but for me, it looks kind of stupid and retarded and a bobblehead, idiotic thing going on. Opposite bobblehead, obviously. Anyway, it's just not working for me in terms of character design. But actually, I love the new character design for Scourge. That's the main bad guy. I believe I'm saying his name right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Anyway, he looks like a rip-off of Predator, but he looks badass. Anyway, I'm getting too into this. But once again, the raw power of the graphics are awesome. But the design is just not to my liking, and that takes it down a few points. But it's still raw power, kick-ass, so don't freak out, fanboy. Oh, the gameplay. Okay, so Gears of War 1's gameplay isn't vastly different from 2, but 2 fixes a few problems that I have with 1. First of all, there's more enemies on the screen, which makes the action pick up, which helps. Also, they fixed the shotgun in multiplayer, thank the gods. I know that some people love the shotgun, and now they're like, oh, only noobs like Gears 2 or whatever. I don't really give a fuck. Okay, I'm not an MLG or whatever fucking stupid online shit you guys going on. I just want to play and have fun, and I have fun when I actually win. I mean, I can have fun losing, but I have more fun when I win. So instead of getting shotgun by a fucking mile away and then dying, I'd rather just shoot and have fun. So that's fixed, definitely in multiplayer. It helps it a big time. There's also now like bosses. That was a nice change. Of course, the last boss, once again, that's spoilers, but it wasn't that great. But there were some good boss battles in this game. I truly did like that. Also, the fights are just, they're better because there's more enemies on screen, as I said before. So say you get into a gun battle with 6-7 enemies at once. That doesn't sound like a lot, but these enemies don't go down in 1-2 shots. This isn't Call of Duty. So when you're shooting and it takes a while to go down, they're all shooting at you, and you see the rocks like fly off the edge and all that. It just looks more badass. And yes, this was in the first one, but in this it just feels more intense simply because there's more of a threat. Because they will kick your ass because there's more people on screen. Makes sense. Once again, co-op kicks ass. It's easily the best part of this game. You actually play through the whole story with a friend, and it's just, it needs to be in every game. And it is in a lot of shooters these days, but I don't stress enough that I like to play through a whole story with a friend, and it does it really well. And Really, that's a great feature. The online multiplayer, okay, there's a few options this time. Let's go over Versus real fast. Versus is like the first one, except two major changes. As I said, one, the shotgun is completely redesigned, and it doesn't suck, but it doesn't overkill bullshit. Also, there's new weapons such as the sorry, I know I don't remember any names, but it shoots missiles in the air and boom, 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 and everybody dies. Very cool weapon. I think it's awesome. Also, now you can use grenades as mines. This is a new thing that either people really like myself, or people really hate, and they hate it. And because when you walk in and you hear the doo doo doo, you know you're dead. You might as well just drop the fucking controller if you can't press. Is it A? A fast enough to get out of the way. Where's it B? Okay. Anyway. No, A. So, I love the new mine things. It brings a whole new experience to the game of Gears of War. The other major change in this game, well, in the first one, there was one good map, in my opinion. In this game, there's every map is good except for one, and I don't even remember the name, but it's really crappy, and it looks all gold, and I don't like it. Anyway, all the maps in this game are actually fun to play on, and they all bring different strategies to the table. So, altogether, multiplayer is much better, but it still gets boring after a while, and I can't say that it's one of my favorite multiplayers. It just kind of lacks that feeling of keep going, the rank system sucks. The matchmaking idea, though, was cool. Basically, it's like Halo or Call of Duty where you team up with a friend and they find you a match and everything. Some people don't like that. I do. I hate looking for rooms. This is in fucking 1999. Anyway. In total, the multiplayer is definitely a step up, fixing a few problems. It needs to fix its search engine that takes like an hour, but besides that, it's done good to itself. And the story mode, again, with co-op is awesome. And we also have Horde mode. I'm going over this super fast. Basically, you're with 4 other guys, right? Or is it 5 guys in total, versus hordes of enemies. And it's just, to me, it sucks because Call of Duty, the zombie mode, is much better than it. And then you have Left 4 Dead, which shits on Call of Duty. So you do the math. Horde mode is just an extra, in my opinion. I don't care if you like it. Add a point up to this grade average, whatever. Horde mode was a weak part, and I take a point off for that shit because it hyped it up, but it was boring. Okay, let's move on to the enjoyable part. Gears of War 1 should have been what Gears of War 2 was. A fun game. Gears of War 2 isn't an extraordinary game by any means, but it has a lot of cool extras in it. I mean, besides the horror mode, which I think could have been so much more fun, its multiplayer mode was fixed for the most part. Some problems still, but hopefully they'll fix it. And the story mode itself was a huge upgrade with a story that I actually give a shit about. And now I do want to kill these locust bastards. And it just, in every way, they put bosses, they had better voice acting, better jokes. In every way, the story mode's upgraded. Now they just need to make the multiplayer maybe fixed right out of the box instead of having to wait for patches. And it would be nice. Call of Duty can do it. Halo can do it. I would like to see a little number instead of a stupid star that just looks retarded in Gears of War. So altogether, Gears of War 2 has definitely helped this series go into the good section for me. And Gears of War 3 can make it into the great section for me. Who knows? Epic, I am hoping that you make Gears of War 3 better than 2, because that will only make it a great game and not turn around and make it like Gears of War 1, which had a shitty story and, oh my god, broken ass multiplayer. So Epic, good job on Gears of War 2. Please make a decent ending for this trilogy, and better be a trilogy, and don't hoard out to make it Gears of War 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.